ज्ञानञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नारायणं गुरुं वन्दे शरण्यं भक्तबान्धवं गौरमभीष्टं पूर्णां राधादास्यं प्रदायकम् रूपानुगचार्यवर्यं गुरुपमञ्जरीपृष्ठकं पतितपावनवन्दवां योगाचार्य नारायणम्। राधा पक्षे राधा प्रिये राधा प्रणय सेविके राधानंद विदायिने रमण मंजरी चरणं वन्दे। श्रीवर्षभानुविदयित माधवदास प्रियं श्रीनारायणनाथ दास भारती स्वरूपम् त्रिनादपि सुरीचता भक्ति विज्ञान सारम् अदकुल्यन गुरु वैष्णव सेवाश्रितम्। पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने घोरत्रिषे नमः। श्याम सुंदर श्रीकंद शेखर स्मिरहासि मुरली मनोहर राधिकर शिखमां कृपरिदे स्वप्रिया चरण किंकरीं कुरु। अंगश्यामलिना चथा विरवितो मन्दिकृतेन्दीवरम् चारं जगुदरुचि संविदधतं पातम्बरसश्रियम् वृन्दारण्यविलासिनं हृदिरसं धामाविरामोदरम् राधास्कन्दनिवेशितो जलभुजं ध्यायेम दामोदरम्। तप्तकंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। महाभाव स्वरूपत्वं कृष्ण प्रिया वर्यसि प्रेम भक्ति प्रदे देवी राधिके त्वं नमाम्यहम्। राधे वृंदावनाधीशे कारुणामृतवाहिनी कृपाय निजपदाब्जो दास्यं मह्यं प्रदीयतम्। वृन्दाय तुलसीदेवै प्रियाय केशवस्य कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। राधेश कैली प्रभुता विनोदं विन्यास विगं ब्रजवन्दितं गिरिं कृपालु जगदाखिल विश्वबन्धं श्रीपूर्णमस्सीम शिरसा नमामि। वृन्दावनहरिपाते जय सोम सोममौले सनातनसनन्दन सनातनो नारतेज्य गोपेश्वरा ब्रजविलासी योगङ्घ्रिपादवे प्रेम प्रयाच निरुपादी नमो नमस्ते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So first of all, I begin offering most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradatam Shri Guru Padapad, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupada, Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Sat Shri Srimad Shri Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev, and to my most worshipable Shikshan Sannyasa Guru, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupada, Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Sat Shri Srimad Shri Bhakti Vigyana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to all Shirupano Gauriya Guru Varga, to all Tridandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees here today, my most respectful obeisances. So Prabhuji requested me to speak a few words. Today we are celebrating this most beautiful and auspicious Shri Krishna Janmastami. Today is the day in which we understand how Bhagavan is merciful, how that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is glorified through all the Vedas, by all Rishis and Munis, that personality who is also not understandable by so many people and by so many religions in this world. Out of His causeless mercy, He comes in this world and He manifests Himself to us, making possible the impossible. Bhagavan has one Shakti called Aghatta Ghatanapadyashi, means the capacity of making the impossible possible. So you can see in all the different major religions in the world, although they speak about God, they cannot present God. They cannot say who is God. They cannot describe God. They cannot even speak God's name. Allah is not God's name. Jehovah is also not God's name. These are like titles, like Bhagavan, Paramatma, Parameshwar, God. This is not a name, this is a title. But how can we access that information to know about who is this Supreme Personality, who is bewildering everyone's mind, if Himself is not coming to us? In the Vedic scriptures, Krishna, He is being glorified as that very person who is able to create and destroy innumerable universes, who is able to maintain innumerable universes, who is able to display large amount of leelas in the most wonderful way. So that person has become known to us due to His causeless mercy only. If Krishna has not revealed Himself, how could we be able to understand who He is? He is adokshaja. He is beyond our sense perception. With our limited material senses, how can we really grasp what is transcendental? Unless Himself will come in this world. So for those who have prayed from the core of their hearts with so much sincerity, for those who have shed so much tears in desire to know who is that person, who is my most dear friend, who is my most well-wisher, who is my most beloved one, how he can become unknown to me, how he can hide himself from me. I never accepted this. God is not hiding himself from us. He wants to reveal himself, he wants to show himself, but it needs qualification from our side. But if Krishna is happy by not giving us darshan, then we should be happy also and accept that. Because to understand the Supreme Absolute Truth, it cannot be through challenge. You cannot challenge God. You cannot tell him, why you not manifest right now in front of me. This is not possible. He is independent. Although he is very much desiring to show himself, he will not do it unless there is qualification. There are so many envious persons in this world who wants to take the post of God. And they claim themselves to be God. They claim to be Krishna. They claim to be Narayan, Vishnu, Ram. But we know that it's only possible for that one who gives the evidence, or the one who proves himself to be God. So that Supreme Absolute Truth, out of his compassion, today he has manifested himself to all those who are really sincere and who have spent hundreds and thousands of lives performing a lot of austerities, doing so much yagyas, doing so much mantras, studying the Vedas. And for those who have pure heart, those who are not willing to take anything from God, those who are not doing business with God, for those there is darshan. And Krishna has made life much easier. All the different mysteries of life have become like a child's game, a child's play. Because if he is manifesting himself, then all the answers are coming together. All the knowledge is also coming together. He is not only showing himself, he is also explaining who he is. He is revealing everything. And in all the religious scriptures in this world, only Krishna has declared that I am God. Aham sarvasya prabhu matha sarvam pravartati iti matva bhajanthima buddha bhavasamam. Krishna said, I am God. In all the different scriptures, Bible, Torah, Quran, God has never presented himself and say, I am here. No. Just someone is talking about God. Someone is speaking about God. Even though in a very superficial way. But Krishna has come and show his face. Say, I am God. Nobody else is God. So in this way, Krishna, he is manifesting his almightiness. And he is showing how much opulences he can display. But he is not actually satisfied with that. So Krishna, he wants to step out of his godliness. And he wants actually to show himself as the ordinary human being. And he says in Bhagavad Gita, those who are foolish, they would think that I am like ordinary human being, but actually I am God. But for those who are very dear to him, he will say, no, I am not God. I am just like ordinary human being. Let Narayan be God. I don't want to be God, Krishna says. Being God is too much headache, too much responsibility. It creates a very opulent atmosphere, very fearful atmosphere around him. And people just bow down at his lotus feet, offer him arati from distance, and pay their obeisance, and then they pray, Oh Bhagavan, Oh Parameshwar, Paramatma, please give me a mercy. But Krishna said, no, this is too much dry. I need some ras. I need some juice. I need some love. Therefore, I don't want to be God. Let Narayan be God. Let Ram be God. In India, it's very common. People say Krishna is not God because he's doing so many things which God does not like. He never does like so. Ram must be God because Ram is following Maryada. Ram has only one wife. He is a king. He is showing the principles. He is very good behaved person. Otherwise, Narayan can be God. Narayan has no mother, no father, no birth. So, no desires, no hunger. But the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself, who is the source of all incarnations, who is the source of all creation, he steps out of his Godhead and he becomes just like a small baby. And he appeared from the womb of Madhya Yashoda. Aho bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Brajokasam, Yamitra Paramanandam, Purna Brahma Sanatana. Krishna is Purna Brahma, he is Sanatana, he is Param Brahma. He is the Supreme Lord. And how fortunate is Nanda Baba and Madhya Yashoda that this Supreme Lord has come in their house, has taken birth from the womb of Yashoda. And now he is drinking the breast milk of Yashoda. And he is crawling in the courtyard of Nanda Baba. How fortunate they are. But you know, Yashoda and Nanda Baba, they did not want to have a son. They were very much religious, very much focused in sadhan bhajan. They thought if they would have children, that would may defect them from the path of bhakti. But Parjanya Rishi and other relatives, they were making so much pressure. No, you must have a child. And they were even already much little aged. They were not young when they had Krishna. So, Yashoda and Nanda Baba, they prayed to their Shalagram Shila. Hey Narayan, there is only one option if we can have a child. Is if you yourself becomes our son. Otherwise, we fear. So this is the difference between Yashoda and Devaki. Devaki, she wants a son like God. But Yashoda, she wants God like son. There's a very subtle difference in this. Therefore, Krishna appears in the jail of Kamsa to Devaki and Vasudeva as his four-armed form, Vishnu. There was no Janma, there is no birth. Why? Because their desire is like this. But Yashoda, she said, no, I want you like my son. And then Krishna comes. And Krishna comes to fulfill their desire. And he is using his potency, his Jogmaya potency, Lila Shakti, to give everyone in Braj to think that he is not God. You don't want to be called God. You just want to be called Yashodanandan, Nandanandan, or even more, Radhakant, Gopikant. Srila Gurudev, he explains how we can glorify someone. Srila Gurudev says everyone has their qualities, but depending on the association that you may take, your qualities may increase. So Krishna is having his qualities, but because he associated with the gopis, and especially with Srimati Radhika, then he became really glorious. His glories were not completed. As Paramatma, as Bhagavan, as Nandanandan, Yashodanandan, no, it's not completed. Also with as Gopikant, also his glories are not complete. Only as Radhakant. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is maintaining Brahmandas and Brahmandas by his subtle glance, he cannot hold his flute in his hands. When Radharani throw on him, shoot on him her sidelong glances, his flute slips from his hands. His Bormukut is falling down and he's trembling. Just one glance of Srimati Radhika. And Madhumangala is telling him, hey, keep going. Everyone is watching. And then Krishna tries to recompose himself. Then the gopis, they are watching him. They are doing arati from the core of their eyes. And they are glorifying Krishna. Barhabidam nata varavapukar yoga nikaram Vibravashaka kanaka vishavaya jantim chamaram Virandram Vedurada Rasudaya Purayam Gopa Vrinde Vrindaranya Swapada Ramana Pravesha Gita Kirti. How beautiful Krishna is, wearing his yellow pitambar and dhoti, holding his flute, walking in the middle of Vrindavan, and he's followed by his sakhas, his friends, and they are chanting beautiful songs glorifying Krishna. And when the dust of Braj is coming out and falling on Krishna's body, he becomes even more beautiful. So this is the fruits of so many lives and lives of austerities. Be able to understand who God is. And today we are expecting Him to come again by midnight. Like the rishis and munis, they are in forest, they are sitting, they are chanting mantras, Gopal mantra, they are calling for Krishna, they are waiting for Krishna's appearance in their hearts. So in this way, on the guidance of Guru Pada Padma, on the guidance of senior Vaishnavas, we are following today this Krishna Janmastami Tithi and expecting that one day we will be able to somehow realize and have direct Krishna's darshan. So time is over. Prabhuji asked to speak with under 50 minutes. Later we will continue more. So I will stop here. Hare Krishna.
Australian film